Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Just Milan. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm going to talk about my own experiences and my experiences with streaming. And if you don't know, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on Twitch. I'll put a link in the description and you can follow it over here. But yeah, what exactly is streaming and how is that a part of my life? Let's get into it. So, streaming. For those of you that don't know, streaming is just playing video games or talking or doing whatever, painting, doing music, online on a platform where other people can watch. Facebook's got a live streaming platform, but the main one at the moment is Twitch, twitch.tv. Now, if you're not familiar with Twitch, Twitch is where a whole lot of people play video games, and there are thousands of broadcasters and there are thousands of viewers. So why is streaming so difficult? Now, I've only been streaming for about a month, and I only want to share with you my experiences of this past month and how that's been going. So I'm going to put some statistics on the screen somewhere, and yeah, just look at those and then we'll continue from there. I want to talk about a couple of things that I've experienced over this past month streaming, that I've experienced as obstacles in my way, how I've tried to overcome them, and the things I'm still doing every time I stream to try and get better every time. Now, I'm not a professional streamer, I'm not a big name, and so what I'm about to say is only my personal experience, so take it with a grain of salt. The first thing that I think is very important to talk about is what game are you going to stream, or what game do you want to stream? Because the problem is that if you want to stream a game like Fortnite or League of Legends, where there are millions of viewers, you also have to remember there are thousands upon thousands of broadcasters. And you will most likely fall very, very low if you don't have many viewers in your channel, which just makes discovering you a lot more difficult. Then on the other hand, if you play a game that has no viewers, how do you grow? You're going to hit a cap at some point. Even if you get all the viewers of that specific game in your channel, you still hit that roof, that maximum amount for that game, and where do you grow from there? So those are some of the things that I've been struggling with and thinking about a lot lately this month. One of the other things that I want to talk about is the goals as a streamer. Now, Twitch has a program called the affiliate program, which basically means, I'll put some of the statistics needed up on the screen now, but basically what it means is you need to get an average of 3 viewers per stream, you need to get 50 followers, I think you need to stream 8 hours across 7 different days within a 30-day period. So that doesn't seem all that difficult. However, trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds. I have gotten closer and closer to reaching the affiliate program every time I stream, but still it feels so far away. Currently I'm at somewhere in the 40s followers. I don't know, whenever this video is published, it might have changed a bit. And I'm at 2.4 average viewers per stream. So that means I need 0.6 average viewers per stream, but it's not that easy. It means over all the time that you stream, you're going to have more than 3 just to get that average up. Another thing that I think is left out a lot is streaming schedules. Now, if you're first starting out, it's more likely that you will still have a full-time job from 8 to 5 every day, which reduces the available time significantly. So sticking to a schedule, making sure that you are there every time on time is really, really important. The problem with the schedule is that not a lot of people understand streaming as a career, and not a lot of people, specifically the older generations, no offense, but not a lot of people understand streaming as a career, which means that if you tell somebody you can't make an appointment, or you can't make a social event or something because you've got a stream, many times it's frowned upon because people don't consider it as a career. So establishing your schedule ahead of time, like mine, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, is extremely important, and making sure that you stick to that schedule to know, to make sure that the people that are there know when to expect you to be online is a really important factor, at least in my opinion. Another thing about having a streaming schedule that not a lot of people talk about is your social interactions and how to schedule those. Since I stream every Saturday, it means my Saturday nights are pretty much off limits to any social gatherings. And I've made that very clear to my friend group, but you know, there's maybe a birthday party, or you know, somebody's engagement party or something, and you have to consider and you have to weigh the consequences of, do I go to this and not stream, or do I stream and not go to this? So I think as you're starting out, the effect or the impact that it has on your channel is not as big. But once you've got a solid following, then letting those people down could result in a negative impact on your stream and on your channel. When you go onto Google or YouTube and you search, how do I become a streamer, or how to stream in 2020 or whatever, one of the things that always comes up is people say drives traffic from other sources like YouTube or Twitter or Instagram. And I 100% agree with that. That is the purpose of this channel. And what they also say many times is that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's going to take a long time, which also I fully understand. I'm not the world's most patient person. I get really bored with things quite quickly. And so for me to have kept this going with limited results, if I can call it that, that's been quite difficult, to be honest. And it's not always as easy as that they make it seem, because they're already past that point where they've got the traffic from their channels, they've got their Twitch following, and so there's not a lot of videos out there like this one where people just talk about how it is in the process before you become one of the top 1% or even top 10% of streamers. The journey to get there is it's quite a long one, and it's quite intense. One of the other big traffic sources of streaming and in the gaming community is Twitter. I personally never used Twitter in my life. Where I'm from, it's not a big thing. It was always Facebook. And so with Twitter, having to learn Twitter in the first place was quite interesting, learning how all the hashtags work and what to look for and how to post, and you only have 280 characters. And so learning how to compile a powerful message into a limited amount of characters with the right hashtags. I mean, it's still a learning curve. I'm still not there yet. I do have a Twitter account. It's @justmalan, same as everything else. And yeah, so having that Twitter account and that Twitter following is also really important. But then also Twitter is not like YouTube. On YouTube, it's me talking to you guys, and there's no real-time interaction, right? You see the video whether it's the day I upload it, a week later, a month later, sometimes even a year later, and you know, it's not live, real-time interaction. Whereas with Twitter, if you comment on somebody's post, chances are they might comment back. Now I know that's possible in YouTube as well, but just stick with me. And when you make a post, people instantly liking and commenting, and there's direct messages, and there's so much going on. Like on YouTube, I upload once a week. On Twitter, I post 4 times a day. You know, so there's a lot more interaction. There's a lot more going back and forth on Twitter, and sticking to that and sticking with it is really important. But it's also not as easy, because you have to think of something creative to say every time in 280 characters. So over the last couple of years, I've done a lot of research about social media growth and how exactly that works. This personally is my first venture with YouTube. I have had some ventures with Instagram and Facebook in the past, but this is the first YouTube one, and the difference that I've noted between YouTube, Facebook and Instagram is Yeah, there's a lot, but Instagram, it's all about that consistency and that theme, and that you want to keep the same thing going, keep short pictures. It's saying a lot in a picture is the most important thing. As Facebook, having a community, interacting with people, and making sure that people interact with each other, that's the big part about Facebook. With YouTube, what I've found over the past month and my past 4 videos is that the content is the most important part. When it comes to Instagram, aesthetically pleasing photos do the thing. When it comes to Facebook, having an interactive community, that does the thing. On YouTube, it's all about what you say, how you present yourself, and I feel like that is a different venture than I'm used to. So growing through YouTube is definitely a challenge. It's very exciting. I love making videos. I really do enjoy it. But yeah, it's been a learning curve. As I said earlier, a streaming schedule is very important, and sticking to your schedule is also really important. What I didn't mention was how that affects the rest of your life. So let's talk about that. Because for me, I get distracted very easily, like I said, and I play a lot of video games, as I said in my first video. And the thing that I want to talk about time and schedule is I often feel like I don't have enough time to do everything that I want to do, on top of everything that I need to do after I get back from work. I hope you followed that. So basically, I get to work at 8 a.m. in the morning, get back 5 p.m., and then I've got an extra lesson with one of my students from 5 to 6:30. So at 6:30, my day for streaming and social media and all that stuff actually only starts. Which, it's very limited amount of time because you need to sleep. Sleep is important. So at 6:30, I jump on the computer. First thing I do is I open up Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, and I open up Twitch. I jump into a stream and start interacting with whoever's streaming at the time, or whoever I want to follow, or am following. And on Twitter, I'm liking posts and commenting on posts and following people and retweeting things and making my own tweets. And so there's a lot going on. And then Tuesday comes and I have to stream at 7. So 6:30, my student goes home. 7, I have to be ready to stream. That means I must have eaten already. At least I've got a great fiance who makes me good food, even when I'm streaming. But, so there's a lot of things going. I also struggle getting up in the morning. I'm not a morning person at all. And so for me, going to bed anything later than 10:30, 11 is not a good idea. So what about streaming, and why is streaming difficult? Let's talk about the actual streaming part. We spoke a bit about getting to the streaming. Now, streaming. Talking to nobody is not easy. Trust me. This conversation I'm having with my camera at the moment is not easy. When you're playing a video game, in the background you're paying attention to the game, and many times I find myself that I just go completely quiet for 10-20 minutes, not saying a word, and I think there's people in the chat, and then they leave because there's no interaction. So it's not as easy as just switching on your computer, putting on your stream, starting your game, playing. I guess for some people it might be, and I mean that's amazing, I wish it was for me as well, but I have to have specific talking points before every stream to make sure that I'm always talking about something, so that if somebody pops into the stream, they hear the conversation or they just hear the monologue that I'm having, and they can interact with that immediately and follow from there. Another thing that I've noticed, I do a couple of times in my streams, is I've got my stream set up on my numpad. So all my scenes I switch on my numpad, my mic's mute button, all of those things are on my numpad. Which is great because it's easy, it's right there, and I don't need to alt-tab between Streamlabs and my game to make sure that I switch scenes. What I've noticed in games that I need to type numbers, many times I've switched my scenes in the middle of a game, or I've muted my microphone without even noticing it. And yeah, kind of screwed up on that one. On Saturday, my mic was off for a whole hour that I didn't know. And I had people in the chat, and I was chatting to them, and I was wondering why they weren't responding. And so I thought people are just quiet because sometimes they just want to watch the game. And I was chatting, and then I got quiet. Then only did I realize that my mic had been off the entire time. There's this other part about streaming that a lot of people touch on. One of my favorite YouTubers, Harris Heller, I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well if you want to go check him out. He's got great content. He talks a lot about the gear that's required for streaming and the gear that you need just to get started. Not that you need, but that's good gear. Anyways, and my biggest problem with that, or my biggest issue, is that I feel like I can always get better gear, and I'm not always satisfied with what I have. So currently I'm using my cell phone as my camera to record this YouTube video, as well as my webcam when I stream. I haven't had time, or I'm saving for a wedding, so there's not a lot of finances for that. And so just buying the things that I feel I need is also difficult. But I don't think it's as easy as just saying that. I don't have money right now, or whatever. Even if I had the best gear or decent gear, I think there's always something in the back of your mind that tells you that you can get better gear, or there's better gear available, and that's what's going to make your stream better, and that's what's going to make your stream the best, and that's how you're going to get 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 viewers. That is not the truth. You do not need all the fancy stuff. Harris Heller, in his channel, he talks a lot about lights, which I've got set up, which are important. Lights are not expensive either. So I think if you are interested in streaming, go check out Harris Heller's channel. He's got some awesome information in there about getting started and just the basic things you need. Not everybody understands streaming or what exactly it is. Yesterday before my stream, I was out and somebody invited us to something after, and I said, sorry, I can't come to this bar for a dance or whatever because I have to work. And so they asked me, what kind of work do you do on a Saturday? Immediately I felt this embarrassment of, do I tell this person that I stream video games every Saturday evening, and that's the reason I can't come out with you? And the internal struggle that I had was, it kind of clicked in my head that not everybody understands what streaming is. Not everybody might respect it. And that's okay, everybody is different, and that's fine. But for me, it's difficult to talk to people about my passions because, like I said, not everybody understands that. Another thing that then comes into play is that some people are blatantly judgmental. I haven't encountered it too much, but you're an adult playing video games. What are you doing with your time? Do something productive, invest, or do something that will make you a lot of money. And for me, this is my option. And I'm not saying I'm doing this to make a lot of money. This is not my 401k or my retirement plan. But this is my passion. And so talking to people about that's not always that easy. So what exactly does streaming cost? Financially, on a financially strict basis, what does streaming cost? The easy answer is nothing. If you've got a stable internet connection and you've got a cell phone, you can do it. The difficult answer is it costs quite a bit. Overlays for your stream, they cost money. Getting a mic, which I don't have yet, costs money. Getting a camera costs money. Getting lights costs money, right? Having a faster internet connection than the one you already have gonna cost you more money. Getting a better computer is gonna cost you money. Am I saying you need all of those things at the start? Definitely not. Do you need those things at some point? Maybe. Some people get good or get far without those. Will they help? Probably. They're not going to make you super famous, but they'll definitely help with the general quality of your stream. And so the financial costs of streaming could be between nothing and a lot. And that's all up to your personal preference. But the stress that puts on you is what can I get or what do I need? And not always knowing what you need is also a big one. Before I end this video, I just want to first of all say thank you to everybody that has been supporting me and that's been a part of this journey so far over the past month. It means a lot. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been great. To my students that are on my stream every time that I stream, to the students and friends and family that watch these videos, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I want to just thank you guys for that, because I think I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And I know that's the cheesy thing to say. I know everybody says that, oh guys, I wouldn't be able to do this without you. And always I feel like that's a sellout, you know, people are trying to just sound like they're so thankful. But it's true, and I've realized that even though I have 140 something subscribers on YouTube, those 140 something people mean a lot to me. And even though I only have 4 or 5 constant-ish viewers in my streams, those people mean a lot to me as well, and their support is really, really appreciated and noticed. So thanks a lot for that. I really appreciate it. If you guys do enjoy this video, I'm gonna make a follow-up video maybe in a month or 2, and then I'll make one in 6 months and a year, so that you can see this journey, see exactly how it's gone. I'll link this video in those videos, so watch out for that. And make sure to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Like I said, hit that like button if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, still hit the like button, because you're a good person and you will have 70 years of good luck. See you guys next time.